Hey, this is Joe Price. We just set up a new Google Sheet with record hints for African Americans in the Numident, and we focus specifically on hints that have a hint for the mom and dad, but not for the focus person. We think this will be able to add, I don't know, about 250,000 new people to the family tree. And these will be people with a death date. And so their birth year can be much more closer to the present, which is great for discovery experiences for people looking for their grandparents. So let me show you how this Google Sheet works. If you've worked with our Google Sheets before, you'll see that it's very similar. And in fact, we've structured it very similar to what we did with the 1910 census last year when we were working on African American families. So what I have here is these are all the states. And then this tells you how many hints there are. So yeah, 230,000 hints. And you can see by state, and then each state will have its own little link. Though any of the states that have, I think, less than 2,000 hints, they all kind of point to the same one. So like here with Alaska, notice when I come in here, Alaska is there, and then Arizona, and then California. So the smaller states are kind of all in one sheet. But let's take a look at Alabama. And so when you click on that link, now here I am in the Alabama sheet, and I can just put in my name for a few, and then I can open up the hint. And so really what these Google Sheets do is they just point you to hints on Family Search that are already on Family Search. And so it takes you right into Source Linker. And so some of the things you're going to want to look for in these hints is just, do the names of the parents line up? And then what I like to look for is if I see, so this is the birthplace. And notice that it's kind of, truncated because it only shows so many characters. And what I'm looking for is if I can see the same place here in any one of the events over here, maybe the marriage place or some other event, either of the parents or the siblings. And then the other thing I'm looking for is like how unique the names are. So in this case, I wouldn't match this one, but I would still just put in a 1. So let's try another one, and then I'll show you some power tools you can use to do this in a big way. Okay, so notice here when I open this up, I can see Henry. I'm pretty sure that HE is going to match there, and so I can kind of open these up, and so you can see I've got the name of the father lining up. Now it would have been better if the maiden name had been over here, but this is great. If this is a match, then that's a good thing. So it looks like, actually, this looks like a good one, but again, this is kind of an edge case. And then notice here that I'm just going to attach the dad and then the mom, and then adding in Ethel. And feel free to go in and fix the birthplace, though we will be coming through and doing that in an automated way. But let me just show you, if you really want to fix it right away, you would come in here, and then you can see that. And then if you wanted to attach other records to this person, you can. Though I think for now, we're just really focusing on trying to get as many of these Numident hints attached. So you can see here that, now this is interesting that the birth years are off by so much, even though the city is exactly right. That's been one of these challenges with these African-American records, is just how much variation we see in the birth years. So if I had a couple more siblings lining up, I'd probably do this one, though honestly, this one looks like a pretty good match. So I might just leave that one for now. Okay, let me just show you a couple power tools. So one thing I can do is I can open up a bunch at once and hit Alt-Enter. Now, the first time you do that, just watch for a little pop-up blocker right about here that you'll have to turn off. And then again, like this one, I've not seen a lot, though. Man, those names are lining up really well, but still probably not enough to go on. And so notice here, now here I can see Henry County, got Mammy, Wyatt, Danzy. So that's a pretty unique combination. Because really the question you should be asking when you're attaching these hints is, how likely is it that there's another family that has the exact same information as this family? Okay, and so again, I can open up here. You can see here's Henry County again, Polly, Jesse Hill. And the great thing about the Numident is we're picking up maiden names, and we'll also be going and fixing those. So you're welcome to do that by hand as well. And let me just show you how you would do that. And again, if you haven't used the Goldie Mae bookmark, that's what I'm doing up here at the top. It's doing all the clicking for me. So here I could just copy the maiden name for Polly, and then I would come over here and then just hit edit and then put in her maiden name. Okay, and then what I'm doing is I'm just kind of deleting as I move back. Okay, so now this one here, This is one where we don't have a lot to go off of, but this is such a unique combination of names as uh, Ezekiel, Easybull, and then the Addie D Grimsley. Yeah, I think this one's a match. And what my guess is that maybe someone was building a family tree and all they had was just some names of their grandparents. But now by putting that in, when they come back, they're going to see a lot more about their family. And so again, here we see Henry, Henry. The parents' names are lining up really well, though again, you can see we're picking up a maiden name. Some of the awesome things about the Numident is we pick up maiden names for the mother, we pick up death dates for people, and it does, because we have the death info, it allows us to add people that live a lot closer to the present. And again, here's one where we don't have a lot of information, but again, those are some pretty unique names. And here we see Alabama and Alabama. And so I think that combination of those things actually makes us confident that this one is a match. Now, obviously, people might disagree with the decision I just made, and that's okay. I mean, we should all be trying to make the best choices we can, and we should be focused on trying to find, the correct information for each person. And again, this is just showing you if you wanted to come in and fix the birthplace, though we're working on some automated ways to go back and fix those. Okay. And then once I'm all done, I just put in ones. Even if you skipped it, just put a one. That just means you checked it. And then you can kind of see as we work our way through. And so notice here, if you have a state you want to work on, you can do that. If you scroll down here, you can see the one that's in progress. I just wanted to show one thing about this. This was the old set of sheets we were doing where we had tabs for each state. But if you want, then here's South Carolina. Here's another power trick is if you click on the volunteer cell and hit Control down, you can go to the next open spot and you could check out there. I like working on the current sheet because it's kind of fun to see other people that are working on it. So here's Darlene Briggs and Linda, and kind of neat to kind of work as a group. Okay, so I hope that is helpful. Let me show you one last thing. If you go to bit.ly/RLL volunteer, you can actually access the state sheet directly. Right now, the first one is pointing to that current sheet, but as soon as we finish South Carolina, the state sheet will become the first one. And then I'll add this as a second video right here. And if you want to help with other projects, you can help us merge duplicates or convert yellow temples to green temples. Those are really kind of our top three projects at the moment. So thanks for being willing to help with this project. We're really excited for the way in which the Numident can help add people to the tree that people alive today can find. So if someone has Black ancestors, because of this project, they'll be able to find their grandma, their grandpa on the family tree. And once they find their grandma and grandpa, they'll be able to add in other things they know, including memories and stories of those people. So we're just really excited about the discovery experiences that this project is going to facilitate.